Why, hello. So, I don't know what is going on with this weather. It was barely 85 degrees on Sunday. Yesterday was like 49. Today is 47. And look at the sky. Like, it must have been raining because the ground's wet. My windshield is wet. But hopefully it doesn't mean that David's job will get canceled, because their work is weather dependent. He hasn't called me or texted me to let me know he's on his way home. So, I mean, it doesn't look that bad of rain, so he should be pretty okay. But anyways, hi. How are you today? I decided I just needed to go for a walk. I needed to be in the fresh air, but it's cold, so I'm in a sweater. But it's not that cold. Like when we went to the other track, it was like freezing. Right now it's just cold. And so I decided I would just bring it along with me. And I'm glad I did, because it is much colder than I thought it would be. And we're just out here gonna go for a walk and catch up. So thank you all for your concern. I do feel much better. I really don't know what was going on with me that day. There was just so much going on, and the new schedule, and just a lot of things going on in my family, with my family, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot. And hopefully that won't be the case soon. But, I have noticed that although I don't feel it, I don't feel like I'm having trouble breathing. I don't feel like my breathing is exacerbated. I can hear it when I'm going back into the videos. I can hear that my breathing is labored again. And I will say this, I am asthmatic, and like allergies and cold bring it out of me even more. But I haven't gotten sick this year. And normally by now, with at least the last 4 or 5 years, I have had pneumonia at least once by now. And I haven't gotten that. But I have been so lax with my prophylactic asthma inhaler, like I'm supposed to take every single day, because I haven't had any episodes and I haven't even needed my rescue inhaler. I haven't needed any of that. So I just kind of stopped taking it altogether. At least I have not taken it at least once this year. And I do notice I don't feel it, but I can hear it when I'm editing my videos. So I didn't notice it until yesterday. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not even doing anything. Why does it sound like that? So I am going to go back to taking my prophylactic every day, because getting pneumonia is no fun. And I do have, I did have a point where I was having to use my rescue inhaler multiple times a day, multiple times an hour, sometimes even like every few minutes. Of course, that wasn't the norm every few minutes, but at least a few times a day, every single day. And you shouldn't need to do that. So, and that went on for years. Of course, it wasn't all the time. It was just when I was having those episodes. And then suddenly it was like every single day for like 3 months. And then every single day for like 6 months. And then suddenly it was just every single day. And it wasn't until recently that I had another chest x-ray done. And they noticed that my lungs are finally clear of all the fluid that had been backed up all those years. For years, it has been very fluid filled. So I don't want that to begin. I don't know if that's what's happening right now. I don't really know what's going on, but I want to do what I can to prevent that. And even though I haven't had a need, at least felt that I had a need, my body has the need. So I'm just gonna go back to taking it, which kind of sucks because that inhaler, it's called Brello. Brello is for people with severe asthma, and it costs me $30 every month, which is a lot. And there's no coupons or anything. Like at least with my Mounjaro prescription, that copay is $30 a month, but I can get it down to $25 using the coupon. And then my Ubrevely for my migraines is also $30 a month for 9 pills, but I can get it down to $0 with their coupon. But this like prophylactic daily disc inhaler, there's nothing. So $30 doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is. Especially, I'm not working. Well, I'm working now. I went back to work now, but I didn't have any income coming in, so it was really hard for me to be able to make those purchases and not like rely on David for everything, because you know the way that we do things, I think I've talked about this before, is that we have our own separate everything, right? He has his own separate bank accounts, I have my own separate bank accounts, but we get paid, like I get paid this week, he get paid next week. So whatever bills are due, normally he pays all the bills in the house and I pay the mortgage, and then I buy the food and he, whatever we do, right? So he pays that. And then he's been having to do everything. So it's been, I don't know, I just don't want to like add to it by being like, hey, even though I haven't needed it or felt that I needed it, because it's really not that I don't need it, it's just my brain says I don't need it. Even though I haven't felt like I needed it, I need this $30 to go buy this medicine that I don't even want to use, you know? So, yeah. But I will get a paycheck today or this week. Who knows what it'll be for, because I have to pay all the like back pay medical dues and all of that. And it would only be for a few days anyways, because I only worked a couple days on that pay period. So I don't even know that I'll get a paycheck, to be honest with you. I know I'll get a pay stub. But I don't know that I'll make or have any money deposited into my bank account. So luckily I do have 2 of those inhalers, and when I go to the doctor next week, I will ask if they have any samples in the office, because she's given me a sample before. Hopefully she will. And I'll just explain to her, you know, she knows that I've been out of work because of everything that was going on with my blood and my iron and stuff. So we'll go from there, because I don't want to end up like that again, period. So I remember I was talking to my pharmacy about it, and they were like, because I had called to make I had put in a request for it to be refilled online, right? And then it just never was refilled. And this is when everything was $0. So I was like, I'm just gonna stock up on everything every time I can, because it's $0. And we were talking about the inhalers, and I was trying to order the rescue inhaler, and she was like, is it the one that's like a L or the one that's like a hamburger? I was like, oh, it's the one that's like a L. And I just laughed, because the prophylactic, it is like a disc, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Advair. I'll find a picture of it and I'll put it in so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's like a disc, and then you just put like a little mouthpiece on, and then you just press like the little side or twist it. I don't even remember how to use it. And then like this powder just gets exploded into your mouth, and that's it. Like, it's really simple, really easy, but golly, that stuff works. It works. Because there was a time where I was constantly like, I don't know if you guys remember percolating coffee pots, but that percolating coffee pot lived in my chest. Like that's all I would ever hear is the percolation, and that was terrible. But we are going to take care of that by starting it again. And we're going to focus on everything that I can right now that I am in a good mental space. So right now, what we are going to do is be grateful, right? I'm grateful that I'm not having the extremes of the fluid retention or the fluid being held in my lungs. My body is not feeling it in the way that I had become accustomed to it being felt. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I have not gotten sick. And I know it sounds silly, right? Because we're only in the first week of February. But I promise you, last year I got sick on our flight home from California because we went for New Year's. And I was so sick. And then I ended up getting pneumonia for 3 months. And then before that, and then I think I got it again like in June or something. And then the year before that, I got sick in December, and that lasted until like March. And then, you know, I'm talking about like this time of year. So it is a blessing that I'm not sick. And it is a blessing that I have been able to avoid that because, you know, it is going around. It is going around. And David even got sick and I didn't. So yay for that. I'm grateful that my body, even at its highest of pretty close to 500 pounds, is still able to move. It is still able to carry me with or without pain. It still can walk on its own. I'm mobile, and I'm grateful for that. I'm like so grateful for that. I'm walking around this park. This is what my third trip around. And yes, I am not breathing the best or speaking the best or, you know, all of that. But I can talk and walk at the same time. And it's not just like pure winded breath, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm so excited about that. Like, these are true blessings, and I'm so grateful for that. And my body hasn't given up on me. And that's just the biggest blessing ever. Like, I can't explain it to you. I remember being young, and I had an aunt who, you know, again, I think I've said this, I've never really been, or I've always been the biggest person, right, around, my biggest, at least for the young people. I did have one aunt who was bigger than me and one cousin who was bigger than me, but both of them are much older than me, so I never knew a young person my size. But this aunt who was bigger than me, she would always be like so in awe, like, wow, you can move without your body hurting, your back doesn't hurt. Like, you could bend over, you could tie your own shoe. She was always in awe of that. And I was just like, you know, I took it for granted because I was a kid, first of all. And because I didn't understand what she meant because I had never not been able to do those things. And all my brain is telling me right now is, wow, I made it to 43 years old, being over 300 pounds or 300 pounds plus for at least 30 of those years. And my body didn't give up on me. I was still able to do those things, even if it took longer as I got older, even if it was more labored as I got older. I still am able to do those things. That's amazing. And I'm so grateful to my body for being able to. Like, thank you. Thank you, body. Thank you. It's so cool. And so I decided that I would be thankful of my body by giving it a gift. And that gift today is this gift of this short walk before I have to go home, take a shower, and start getting ready for my day. It is already going to be 1 o'clock. And I need to make dinner, pack David's lunch, all of that stuff. And then I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to go jump in the shower, get dressed, jump on the appointment for an hour. Once that's done, then it'll be 3 o'clock. Then I'll try to make dinner real quick. And then I'll have hopefully an hour to not an hour, because I start work at 4:45. So I'll have at least 40 minutes to just breathe. Because I'm so grateful that I can breathe on my own. I don't need a machine. I don't have, an oxygen extension into a machine. And I'm so grateful for that. Because for a while there was a lot of talk of needing to put me on oxygen because my lungs couldn't clear on their own. But they have now. And I need to be grateful, thankful, and treat them appropriately. Yeah. What are you guys grateful for today? What are you looking at your life and saying, I didn't realize I was overlooking that. I didn't realize I was taking that for granted. But we are going to try to do this. Hold on. Because I need to go. Okay. Hi. Digital legs. Let's see. I can do it right here. Digital legs. I hope that you guys are having a great week. Feel free to drop it in the comments down below. I would love to hear all about it. Good, bad, ugly. I just want to be there to support you the way that you support me. You guys already know that. And on top of that, let's put a little walking man in the emojis today, because I am making it a treat, a gift to my body, just to get this quick couple of laps in before I have to go home and start getting ready. But I will see you guys soon, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.